In this video, we will be doing a first read of Document A to try to understand what it's all about. The title is Document A, Reconstruction Amendments. Before we read, let's look at a few of the text features first. Here, it tells us the source, or where this document comes from. The source is the United States Constitution. More specifically, it is the 13th through 15th Amendments, and there's a date here, 1865 to 1870. I also see some text here that is an explanation that gives some context for the documents. I see also some small numbers next to some of these underlined words throughout the document. These are called footnotes, which means each number corresponds to a note at the bottom or foot of the page. All of these footnotes will tell me definitions for difficult words, so I want to make sure to reference these as I read. I also notice each amendment is separated by its own subheading in this document with a date for each amendment. As we read, I'll stop so you can both source this document and answer questions to help you understand what this document says. Hopefully, you'll start getting ideas on how to answer the big question, were Black people really free during Reconstruction? Let's start at the top and see what information we can pull out for our sourcing. Again, this is Document A, Reconstruction Amendments. The source says United States Constitution 13th through 15th Amendments 1865 to 1870. The context description reads, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments to the United States Constitution are sometimes called the Reconstruction Amendments. They were passed in order to abolish, there's a footnote, so I'm going to look at the bottom. Abolish means to formally end. They were passed in order to abolish or end slavery and to establish the rights of former slaves. There was a lot of information just at the top of this document, so it's a good idea to keep track of some of these details before moving on. Right now, we're going to take a few minutes to source this document using the sourcing table that you've already seen. For the first question, what type of text or document is this? It tells you exactly what it is in the title. Looking at it again, what type of document is this? You should have said that these are amendments to the United States Constitution. The next question is a little harder. It doesn't explicitly tell you who wrote these amendments, but you'll be able to make an inference if you remember who in the government is responsible for making laws. Take a guess if you don't remember. The legislative branch, or Congress, is the branch of government who makes the laws and who introduces and votes on amendments to the Constitution. Next, the sourcing asks us to think about where this document was created. Again, it doesn't explicitly tell you in the document, so you'll have to rely on making an inference based on background information you know. You could say Congress again, or you could say Washington, D.C. if you know where the capital is. The next question is the easiest because the dates are right there in the document. When was this document created? It says right at the top, these were written between 1865 to 1870. The last question asks what audience this was written or created for. For this one, think about the sourcing. These are amendments in the United States Constitution. So who was the Constitution written for? The Constitution states the rights of all United States citizens, so that is also the audience. All this information you have sourced should now help you better understand the document as you read. I'm going to start from the top again and read through this entire document. Follow along and answer the questions as we go. As you are reading, keep in mind the sourcing information and the big question, were Black people really free during Reconstruction? Document A, Reconstruction Amendments. Source, United States Constitution, 13th through 15th Amendments, 1865 through 1870. The 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments to the United States Constitution are sometimes called the Reconstruction Amendments. They were passed in order to abolish, or formally end, slavery, and to establish the rights of former slaves. 13th Amendment, 1865. Section 1. Neither slavery nor involuntary, meaning done without permission, servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, meaning having been declared guilty of a criminal offense, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. And jurisdiction means legal control. 14th Amendment, 1868. Section 1. All persons born or naturalized, meaning made citizens, in the United States, are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge, or legally take away or limit, the privileges or immunities, meaning the rights, of citizens of the United States. Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protections of the laws. 15th Amendment, 1870. Section 1. The right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged means legally take away or limit, by the United States or by any state on account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude.